We're at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium, where tonight the biggest rivals in the North Bay match up. And with good reason tonight, this house is packed. Cardinal Newman at 17-1, Montgomery at 10-9, and first place is on the line here tonight. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Cox along with Ron Weedy, and a big win for Cardinal Newman on Monday night over Casa Grande. That makes this matchup that much more meaningful, the way it should be when Cardinal Newman and Montgomery play in front of a packed house.
Yeah, Cardinal Newman comes out on top, 60-54. A very, very unlikely win for them. They trailed in late in the game. They ended up scoring 12 points in the final 40 seconds. They're ready tonight.
Let's take a look at the standings here in the North Bay League coming into tonight's game, and we'll show you exactly what we're talking about. Casa Grande and Cardinal Newman are tied for first. Montgomery and Windsor just a game back. The last time these teams met, Cardinal Newman won by 20. You know that the Montgomery folks will not be happy about that, and they would love to come in here to the John Fitzgerald and avenge that loss. They can do that tonight if they can get their big man, Eric Paulson, involved. He has had a great season at 6'11", and if he has a big game tonight for Montgomery, the Vikings could prevail.
Well, Eric Paulson is the entire package. He's at the high school level, but he's 6'11". He can shoot a high percentage from the perimeter. He's good at the free throw line, and he has excellent touch down low. If he gets down on the right block and he shoots that little right-handed jump hook off the glass, he's deadly out there. He's really the key here tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play tonight.
Yeah, Eric Paulson has had a tremendous season. Here he is a little bit earlier against Casa Grande, and they were able to get him loose inside. He's unstoppable in there. But what also makes him tough is his perimeter game. He can shoot the ball.
Yeah, he shoots a high percentage from the outside. And also, I think the most important thing is when the double and the triple team comes, he's able to recognize other guys. He kicks the ball out, they swing it around, and they can get open shots to Fitchy or Petrick. He's the entire package out here. I really love watching him play, and he's going to have Michael Septimo back, who is coming off that injury to his knee. In his first game back, he had 15 points against Santa Rosa in their victory. But let's see how well he can play. That knee still is bothering him a bit.
Yeah, that is huge to get him back. He's the playmaker. He did well against Santa Rosa. Now, on the other side, Cardinal Newman has been led all year in scoring by Connor Rubatino, and this is a guy that Montgomery has got to try to stop somehow, some way tonight.
Yeah, I coined him Mr. Big Shot early in the season, and he has not disappointed. This is a player that can shoot from unlimited range. He's tough on the offensive glass. He gets entire team involved in the offense. He's great on defense. He's only a junior, averaging 19.9 points per contest. And in the first meeting against Montgomery, he had 28 points. He had four three-pointers in that game as well. This guy is absolutely incredible. Montgomery is going to have to find a way to get a hand in his face, maybe double team the ball out of his hands, go box and one or something. But he's the guy that can beat you out there on the floor.
Well, how good is Connor Rubatino? Just ask Casa Grande. On Monday night, the Gauchos led by 6 points with 40 seconds left in the game, and this is what happened. Cardinal Newman had the ball down by 6, an offensive rebound started it by Jamon Roberts. He ended up getting the putback. That made it a 4-point game. Then Rubatino steals the inbounds pass and hits a 3. That makes it a 1-point game. Casa Grande trying to call timeout. They can't get the officials' attention. Damian Wallace gets a steal. He misses, but there's Connor Rubatino again. He gets a 3 and 1. The crowd goes crazy, and Newman ends up winning. We'll see if we get more excitement like that tonight. It is Cardinal Newman and Montgomery coming up next from the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium live on YSN365.com.
For a lot of families, your vehicle can be the most expensive asset you own. Like any investment, it's important to protect
its value. Let OilStop help you protect that investment by regularly servicing your vehicle at any of our 6 Sonoma County locations.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
My wife and I were stranded after suffering our second flat tire on a hot August day. Our 3 horses were thirsty and there was no help in sight. We called Les Schwab, and luckily Justin answered the phone.
Les Schwab Tire Center.
And even though it was after closing, Justin came to our rescue. He drove an hour with tires and even brought water for our horses. We'll never buy tires anywhere else.
Take care now.
I'm Larry Butler, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
For a lot of families, your vehicle can be the most expensive asset you own. Like any investment, it's important to protect its value. Let OilStop help you protect that investment by regularly servicing your vehicle at any of our 6 Sonoma County locations.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite. Tonight's game presented by title sponsor Cameron & Cameron Ranch and Vineyard Supply, delivering quality for over 40 years.
Welcome back to the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium as we are getting ready to meet tonight's starting lineups for these squads. 2 veteran coaches. Tom Fitchie has been at the helm for over 25 years at Montgomery. Tom Bonfili, they both played for their respective schools, and they do a tremendous job with their squads. Here are the starting lineups, but first, here comes tonight's national anthem sung by Chandler Robertson.
Well, Dave, I think one of the really important things
so there you go, the national anthem. And now we'll meet the starting lineups, get a chance to bring in the graphics as announced by the head coaches, Tom Fitchie and Tom Bonfili. And here we go. There's Montgomery. Septimo will start with Fitchie, Hyman, Seitz, and Paulson on the other side. For Cardinal Newman, James Ryan will be back in the lineup. He missed Monday night's game with Souza, Rubatino, Boterri, and Gunnar Walker. Primed and ready for a big one here tonight. The officials, Adrian Reyes and Ryan Mathis. And it's going to be loud in here, Ron.
Yeah, it's going to be loud. I think two of the first things you need to look for is Michael Septimo for the Montgomery Vikings. How does he get around on that right knee? It's his only second game back. It looked like he was limping out on the floor to me. He is definitely not 100%. And for James Ryan, for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals, his right ankle is sore. I spoke to him prior to the game. He says he's 80%, but he's going to go in this game.
They're having trouble with the shot clock right now, trying to get that set, and it's a whiteout, no doubt about it. It's a whiteout here at Cardinal Newman. And boy, I tell you what, we've seen some loud ones. This one may take the cake right here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this basketball game. In the first matchup against Eric Paulson, the 6'11 center, number 34 there, Gunnar Walker, he stayed out of foul trouble. It was really important for them, and see how well he does here tonight.
Still trying to get the shot clock fixed. They have trouble with the shot clock here occasionally. They're trying to get it set, punching in the numbers. Boy, that'll make things interesting tonight. Looks like they're going to have to go without a shot clock. And we are underway. Gunnar Walker and Eric Paulson jump center, and Connor Rubatino comes down with the ball.
Well, the Vikings come out immediately in their man-to-man defense. You can see they're pressuring outside the three-point arc.
Boterri up top. Rubatino's first shot of the night is good.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less out of Connor Rubatino. Turn around from 12 feet, drains it. He's tough.
Nice little turnaround jumper for the leading scorer on this squad. Makes it look pretty easy. There's Michael Septimo over to Zach American. Actually, American got the start tonight. And there's Septimo hitting a three. How do you like that?
Yeah, there's the difference with Michael Septimo back in the game. He can extend the defense. He can hit the outside shot. He's going to be tough to match up for the Cardinals.
There's Boterri, guarded by Seitz. Gets him in the air and got it over the rim. Both teams start off very well offensively. Newman leads by one.
Well, I think the Cardinals are going to need Boterri's offensive skills tonight. He's really active around the basket. He's a quick leaper, and he likes to get into the offensive glass.
Another one shot up, no good, and there's Ryan. Septimo makes one of his first two. James Ryan has his first rebound of the night, and Ryan, after being injured on Monday, looks pretty good movement-wise. There's Paulson skying for the rebound. He looked pretty good on that lateral move.
Yeah, he looked good and quick, but I was surprised he didn't jump up and take that shot right there. That's his shot from 10 to 12 feet.
And Septimo scores again. What a difference Michael Septimo makes to the Montgomery offense.
Yeah, with him out on the floor, you're not even noticing the 6'11 center down low, but if he keeps scoring the basketball, that's really going to change things for Montgomery, and Paulson's going to be able to get free on the offensive glass.
So here we go, a 5-4 game as we get off to a great start here in front of this packed house. Not easy to get a seat, even tougher to get a parking place because the wrestling match going on between Windsor and Newman just next door is a big one as Walker misses his first and Jack Fitchie has the rebound. They tried to change the wrestling match to either Tuesday or Thursday and couldn't get that worked out. So that's going on. This is going on. It's a busy night here at Cardinal Newman. Paulson double team down low. Gets his own miss. Goes up strong. A little too strong.
Well, he ended up missing that attempt down low, but I take that every time. Get him down against the double, and when he goes against the double, he needs to either kick it out or, if he's tall enough, to go ahead and get it up toward the basket. He ended up having an attempt there, wasn't able to knock it down, but I'd go right back into him if Septimo doesn't have an open shot.
Great to be able to bring it to you live here tonight on YSN365.com. What it's all about, being able to do this. We've been waiting a long time to bring the game of the week back, and thanks to the business community, cooperation from the schools, we are able to do it. Septimo shuffles his feet. Team Beaver with one turnover apiece now with 5:01 to go.
Well, you can see how quick Michael Septimo is out there off the dribble. he can create his own shot. He's the only player out there that will shoot as high a percentage as he does and create his own shot for the Montgomery Vikings. That's really going to help Paulson down low.
Rubatino guarded by Fitchy. Fitchy right with him, tough. Septimo comes over to help. He gets rid of the ball, and they swing it to Souza. Souza for three. Oh, net from the corner. Clutch shot for Chad Souza, the senior point guard. Doesn't shoot a lot, picks his times, and that was a good time right there as it gives Newman the lead at 7-5.
Yes, and as the season has evolved, his shot has improved. We watch him in a number of games. He continues to shoot a high percentage from outside the three-point arc.
James Ryan comes up with a steal, running the floor. He's moving a lot better than I thought he would do. Scoops with the left hand around Paulson and doesn't get it.
One thing you'll notice about Ryan, with that twisted ankle and it being very sore, he's going to be reluctant to elevate in the lane to get that shot off. So he's going to have to be careful when he chooses to get in the lane. I know, because my ankles used to get twisted and hurt so bad, you're just reluctant to jump off of it.
Definitely a painful injury for sure. And now Montgomery will have the inbound. Damian Wallace checks in to give James Ryan a little break. Wallace started against Casa Grande on Monday, did a great job, had that big steal toward the end of the game. He has been subbing in for Souza, but now with Ryan injured, he'll come in as the sixth man at the shooting guard position. Here's Joel Seitz, now Paulson from 15. And he does not get the roll, rattled the rim. Rubatino with the second rebound. Rubatino averages close to 20 points a game, goes over 20 a lot, and he's fouled. That is the first team foul, and that will go against Jack Fitchy. First team foul for Montgomery. The team's even with one team foul apiece.
Well, what you do get with Wallace when he comes into the basketball game, as he did for Ryan there, is you get better ball handling and you get perimeter shooting.
That one misses. Paulson already with 3 rebounds. He hasn't scored yet, but Septimo has all 5 points for the Montgomery Vikings thus far. How tough it was for him to sit out. And they were on a roll when he got injured. They had won most of their games. After that, they went on a losing streak and had a hard time getting used to not having their playmaker on the floor. There's Boterry coming down with that one. I like Justin Boterry's game, Ronnie. He does a little bit of everything for this team. Rubatino with a great defensive play by Fitchy right in his face. Misses badly on that one.
Yeah, a little bit of a force there. He had a hand in his face. Fitchy playing good defense. And the last time Rubatino had it down on the corner, Montgomery brought the double team and took it to him. There's a double right there. They're swinging around. They worked it around. And then the outside shot by Souza. He shoots a high percentage from 3, so you got to get a hand in his face. But if you're going to double Rubatino and they're going to swing it around, that shot's going to be there all night.
Into the corner it goes to Zach Merrican. Merrican flips it up to Joel Seitz. Seitz travels as he tries to go right into the Twin Towers. 3 turnovers for Montgomery, and that is not good news for them. They've got to take care of the basketball tonight.
Well, when we saw him against Casa Grande last week, they had an incredible first half with Paulson. He set up on the right-hand block, and they threw it over the top from the wing to him. And even against the double, he was able to get that shot up over everybody. He's 6'11". He's got nice long arms. He can set it off the glass and lay it in. I'd look for them to go back to that play right there.
Wallace guarded by Merrican. Now Rubatino with Septimo. He'll turn and fire. That's a long shot, and he doesn't get it. Thing about Rubatino, he will miss 2 or 3 in a row, but he'll keep shooting, and then when he gets hot, look out.
Yeah, he's not reluctant. He's not a reluctant shooter. He will shoot the basketball. Something I would like to see tonight, though, is pick your spots and try to get others involved, because as this season evolves and they go into the playoffs, you got to have everybody on the team scoring the basketball.
Septimo with a great move. A deadly crossover. Then he fades away and hits the long jump shot, and we're tied at 7. Septimo has all 7 of Montgomery's points so far.
Yeah, even with that injured knee, he's a game changer out there for the Vikings. How do you guard him? I mean, he's so quick. He's got such a great shot. Fantastic release.
Tom Fitchy talked about the impact of him being out. He said he's never seen one player make such a difference to his team. There's Souza again. A little bit short. Paulson has the rebound.
I really like what Rubatino did, though. He worked against the double. He picked up his dribble so he was trapped, and he found the open player. Souza had the wide open shot. Souza just got to make that shot.
Matt Hyman into the game now for Montgomery up top. Fitchy with Septimo in the corner. He's open for a three. Oh my goodness, it hit the top of the backboard and went in. When you are on a roll, they all seem to find a way into the net.
Yeah, Clay Thompson Septimo. First quarter, no misses.
10 points in the first quarter for Septimo, and it's 10-7 Montgomery. Wallace gets it to Gunnar Walker. Now inside, they try to post up Rubatino, and it works. A little bit of a mismatch inside. Good job to recognize it by the Cardinals.
Rubatino got the quick release off, but what I did like about Paulson's defense is he put his arm up, he altered the shot, he made Rubatino work for it, and he didn't pick up the foul.
Hyman dumps it to Zach Merrick, and there's Polson, and Gunnar Walker thought he had a clean block, got him on the rest, and Polson will shoot a pair.
Yeah, it was a close call, but the contact was there. But Gunnar Walker playing good defense. As I'd mentioned earlier in the pregame, Gunnar Walker stayed out of foul trouble in the first matchup between these two squads. That was a game the Cardinal Newman team in white won 55-50. But what they were able to do without Septimo in the basketball game is they were able to just collapse down on Eric Paulson, who's at the free throw line here, their big center, and they just made him ineffective. And Fitchy and Petrick and American for the Vikings, they just weren't able to knock down enough shots from the outside.
Polson gets both of them. I think that's the thing that impresses me the most about the 6'11" Eric Polson. Very rare in high school to see a 6'11" player with the nice soft touch that he has on the free throws, on threes, really on all his shooting.
Yeah, we're going to see him at the next level, and you know, really, for a guy that shoots the ball as well as he does, and let's face it, I was in the NBA for 13 years, if he really improves to tremendous amount, he can actually go to the next level with that shot.
Offensive foul call underneath. McCarthy doesn't like the call, and that's going to be the third team foul against Newman. Coach Bonfili calling for a little full court pressure, and Wallace gets called for a foul on the inbounder. Check it. Thought for a second it might go the other way, but it is going to go against Wallace. Now that's 4 team fouls against Cardinal Newman.
Coach Bonfili not happy with that call whatsoever. You can see that.
And the officials are setting the tone here early on. What's a foul? What isn't a foul? They get it all the way up the floor. Polson with 1 second. He fires it up from 3. Tries to bank it and doesn't get it. The first quarter over, and it is Montgomery leading 12-9 over Cardinal Newman. A great start to this one. We'll take a break right here and be back with the start of quarter number 2 here on the Game of the Week.
My friends and I were driving to the Salt Lake Airport to fly to a music teachers conference when our tires started going flat. We called the Les Schwab in Ogden, Utah, and they said,
Come on in.
they were so fast, we didn't even eat the free popcorn.
There you go.
And we even made our flight. In a world where such great customer service is not always the case, it's nice to know there's Les Schwab. I'm Bonnie Lamborn, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Ryan Mortgage Company, locally owned and dedicated to offering the best possible service for over 40 years. Ryan Mortgage has provided thousands of North Bay customers with loans for residential, multifamily, land, construction, and commercial real estate. Let their experienced team of professionals guide you through the process at Ryan Mortgage Company.
Oil stops.
Want to thank tonight's title sponsors, Les Schwab Tires of Sonoma County and Cameron Ranch and Vineyard Supplies for making this broadcast possible. It has been a pleasure bringing you games as Bo Terry comes up with a steal. Count them, that's 4 turnovers now for the Vikes.
Yeah, Petrick tried to go over the top. His center down there, 6'11", though. Go a little higher and a little farther toward the hoop, and that pass will be there all night long.
A 3-point lead for Montgomery as we begin the second quarter. Cody Baker, sophomore, on the floor now. has played well at times for this Cardinal Newman team. So 2 sophomores in the lineup right now for Coach Bonfili. McCarthy gives it to Walker. Walker will try one from the outside, and he gets the roll. Wow, both big men showing that they can shoot the basketball. Gunnar Walker, who only averages 2 points a game, makes that one, and it's a 1-point lead now for Montgomery.
Yeah, I think he was a little fortunate on that. I don't think he was going glass, but hey, the basketball went in and it counts.
American gets it into the corner. That one a little strong, kept alive for McCarthy. McCarthy coming down with it. That was Abadessa that missed. And here comes Newman. It's Cody Baker, the sophomore, and rattles the rim, no good. And boy, did Polson get up for that one. 5 rebounds for Polson. He has 2 points, both of those coming from the free throw line.
One thing we noticed, Michael Septimo's not in the game. It changes everything out on the floor. They've got to move the ball a little bit more, and they really have to look for Polson or the three-point shot without his driving ability in there.
Jack Fitchie way up top, and look at Gunnar Walker come way up to play defense. Abadessa gets it to American. Vikings get it to Petrick. Petrick can hit that 3, and he does. Joe Petrick, who had a big game against Windsor, hit 4 of 7 from right there on the floor. If you leave him open, look out.
Well, that shot right there is going to help his confidence. I know the last time we saw him, he didn't knock down the 3 like he's accustomed to, but you open up the game with a 3 and you knock it down, that's going to help you as this game evolves.
Gunnar Walker gets it back to Cody Baker. He'll try another long 3, no good. McCarthy right there for the rebound, and they'll reset the offense. Wallace, and he palmed it. Second turnover by Cardinal Newman. Adrian Reyes making the call right there.
I'm not really sure. I saw the play. I didn't think palming when I saw it, so I'm not really sure. I guess I would need another look at it or a little bit more comfortable view from a different angle. But yeah, when I first saw it, I didn't think palming whatsoever. But hey, it's palming and the ball's turned over. So Septimo immediately back in. I'm sure his knee fatigues pretty quickly because this is only his second game back after that knee injury.
Septimo loses the handle. Newman bringing it up the floor out. Now James Ryan gives it to Wallace.
The Vikings still in that man-to-man defense. You can see they're putting pressure out on the wing, outside the perimeter.
Ryan gets Septimo in the air, doesn't get it. Terry, an offensive rebound, and the putback. Justin Terry, and that gets the whiteout going. Loud and strong here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
Yeah, that's the Justin Pateri right there that we saw early in the season, scoring from the baseline from about 10 feet, and he also gets to get to the offensive glass. He's just such a quick leaper out there at 6'4".
Septimo keeping his dribble alive with a nice spin. Offensive rebound, Eric Polson. And that's the one thing I really like, is the fact that Septimo's not afraid to take the mid-range jumper, and if he misses, Polson's there for the offensive rebound.
It certainly opens up. Eric has to be aware. I mean, if they're going to run a pick and pop or they're going to run a pick and roll, or if Septimo's just going to take him off the dribble and go one-on-one, Polson's got to be aware when he's going to shoot it and what's going to happen. The problem is, Dave, is they haven't played a lot together so far this year, so there's some unfamiliarity, and Septimo's got to get back in the game, and Eric just has to be aware out there and get to the offensive glass.
Septimo with the inbound. 4:40 to play, second quarter. The pass almost goes over Petrick's head, and Coach Tom Fitchie will take his first timeout of the night. Well, there have been some fantastic finishes over the years between these teams, and I've been pleasured to be at many of them. We take a look at the fantastic finishes over the years between Newman and Montgomery. And there it is, 52-48. These games were played at the JC up top. Montgomery won one of them. Newman won the second. In 2011, some unbelievable finishes. And 6 meetings from 2006 to 2008 were decided by 2 points or less. That's a rivalry right there.
It is a rivalry, and both of these teams tonight, I think we can expect that as a finish tonight, because Septimo's back, he's playing well. Paulson has yet to really get involved in the offense. The Cardinal Newman defense, especially blocking out on the defensive glass. Cardinal Newman's done a great job with that.
Montgomery with a 2-point lead now, 4:30 to go. Septimo down the lane, got it. First basket of the second quarter for him, and he now has 12 points. Boy, did they miss him.
Yeah, when he went down, as you said earlier, Coach Fitchie said he's never had a player go down from an injury that impacted his team as much as Michael Septimo. But Septimo back on the court right now with the injury and all, but he's firing it up for the Vikings.
Souza had a nice little shot along the baseline and didn't get it. Lane Young has the rebound. Lane Young, who just checked in, immediately gets a rebound. Septimo looking to drive on James Ryan. Both those guys a little banged up, so it'll be interesting to see how they hold up tonight under this intense pressure.
Well, yeah, Cardinal Newman's pressuring the defense, and that's going to make the backdoor cut available. And if you go to the pick and roll, then Polson's going to be available. But Septimo and Polson have to work that pick and roll, and then Polson, after he sets the screen, has to roll to the hoop, and he'll be available and probably wide open.
Coach Fitchie getting to his feet right there as Ryan comes around the screen. Now he dishes underneath to Volteri, and Volteri is fouled before the shot by Lane Young. It'll even up the fouls a little bit, 5 and 2 now. That's just the second team foul on the Vikings.
Yeah, really nice interior passing by James Ryan to Volteri down low.
Ryan doesn't get that one. Team started off red hot. They've cooled a little bit. You know, teams love to play great defense, so you know they like to keep that shooting percentage down.
James Ryan jumped so high on his jump shot that to me, it just feels like he's thinking about that foot when he goes up. I can just see it. He's thinking about it when he goes up to release that shot and where he's going to land, and I think it's just bothering him right now. He might be better off maybe just shooting or maybe trying to pass when he gets in the lane.
Souza fouled Septimo. He got him in the air, and then Septimo went right up and drew that foul. 16 fouls now against Newman. That could really come into play. Newman is a really good free throw shooting team, but they may not get many at this rate.
How many points does Septimo have already?
13 points now for Michael Septimo.
Wow, first half, 13 points, 3:04 to go in the half, and he's been the best player on the floor so far.
No doubt about it. 14 points now for Septimo to lead all scores. He's scored way more than half of Montgomery's points so far in this as we go under 3 minutes here, second quarter. Rubatino blocked by Polson. Great job by Polson to hold his ground, not commit the foul.
Well, there's the advantage of having a 6'7", a 6'11" center in the lane, and also Polson didn't pick up the foul. He didn't swing at that. It was a really good play.
Joel Seitz came down with that offensive rebound. Fitchie almost lost that pass. A fresh 35, and Montgomery will milk the clock, leading by 6. Nice screen by Polson for Septimo, and he nails the 3. Oh my goodness, Michael Septimo has 17. I talked to Tom Fitchie before the game and asked if he was going to start, and Tom really wasn't sure. He goes, I haven't really asked him how he feels yet. I went down and asked him, I said, Michael, are you starting? And he said, yes. I came back and reported that to Tom. I said, well, guess what? He's starting tonight.
Yeah, and
that's how the decision was made right there.
Yeah, where did he leave his cape? I mean, Superman is in the building.
There's Justin Volteri up top. James Ryan now. Newman needs to find a hot hand. And Ryan starts it off with a 3. James Ryan, his first basket of the night. Coach Bonfili wanted full court pressure and didn't get it.
Well, that's a shot that James Ryan can take without having to worry about that ankle very much, so that might be his go-to shot tonight.
Septimo misses that runner. Got a pretty good look, however. Ryan comes down with a rebound. Important stretch right here for both teams. Ryan in the paint. And there's Seitz right there for the rebound. Joel Seitz has done a nice job blocking out, getting position, and keeping Newman off the offensive glass. A 6-point lead for the Vikings as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the first half on YSN. There's James Ryan with a steal. Ryan dishes to Damian Wallace. Count it. He's fouled. Damian Wallace to the line for Cardinal Newman.
That was a great steal, and then the run out and the perfect pass by James Ryan to Wallace. And then Wallace with the little fake and creates the contact right there, the bump, and using the glass and going to the free throw line. That was well executed. Coach Bonfili very happy over here to my right.
Yeah, that's a big play right there, particularly if he can make the free throw. Newman, a 72% free throw shooting team, and the sophomore Wallace completes the old-fashioned and pulls Newman to within 3 under a minute to go. Now here's the full court pressure, and it looks like Boterri may have just picked up his second, or will it be Ryan? Nope, it's Boterri. That's 2 on Justin Boterri, and that puts Montgomery in the bonus.
Yeah, 7 fouls in high school puts you in the bonus one-on-one. 10 fouls at the high school level gives you 2 shots at the free throw line. There's 55 seconds remaining here in the half. It's 22-19 in favor of the Vikings, and I don't think they could feel any better about their performance here in the first half so far. They've come into the visitors building, and or the home building for Cardinal Newman, and they're putting on a show here.
Septimo got the first. He will get a bonus. And he now has 19 points. Unbelievable first half.
And they've done this without the scoring of Eric Paulson.
Paulson's made 2 free throws, that's it. Ryan trying to keep the momentum going for Newman, misses. Great job by Matt Hyman to get up for the rebound.
Yeah, even though Paulson didn't get out there and block that shot, he's still a factor. You got to respect him, and you got to try to alter your shot to shoot it over him.
Ditchy in trouble, but he manages to find Hyman. Now Paulson along the baseline. Nice spin move, and he hits the turnaround jump shot. Eric Paulson with a nice move to make it a 7-point lead. Big possession right here for Newman as we close out the first half. 5 seconds to go. Ryan inside, gives it to Rubatino. Rubatino puts it up from 3 and doesn't get it. Great defense by Montgomery. They lead it by 7 at the half.
Dave, this is high school basketball at its finest right here. You have 2 fantastic basketball teams, 2 leaders in their divisions, and Paulson, 6'11", you see him go in the locker room, but the star of the show here at the half was Michael Septimo. Cardinal Rubatino started out the game playing well, but I think for the second half, you're gonna have to see more Rubatino.
All right, well, the first half in the books, it's 26-19, Montgomery at the break. We'll step aside right here and come back with more from the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium here at the half in just a moment.
Oil Stop's most important asset is not just its people. Oil Stop's most important asset is the right people. Oil Stop has a complete ongoing training program and a 401k program with the company partially matching your funds. You'll receive paid vacations and 5 paid holidays. Oil Stop promotes from within, so advancement opportunities are available to all who desire to grow in their responsibilities.
For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
The Pawn Advantage store has been in business for over 50 years, and really what it's all about is people. It's about building relationships with people. Yes, when you need a loan, you need to bring in an item of value, or maybe you're looking to buy something and want to save money, and so you're going to buy something from us and take an item home with you. But it's all about the people. We value our customers. We value the people that walk through our door. So please, come see us. Come see us at the Pawn Advantage store. Say hi, and let's see what we can do for you.
For a lot of families, your vehicle can be the most expensive asset you own. Like any investment, it's important to protect its value. Let Oil Stop help you protect that investment by regularly servicing your vehicle at any of our 6 Sonoma County locations.
The Montgomery cheerleaders are on the floor. Let's sit back and enjoy the show. And now it's time for the Cardinal Newman cheerleaders to take the floor here at the half. Nice routine by Montgomery. Here comes Cardinal Newman up next. Cheerleading teams, we'll take another break right here and be back with some highlights of the first half of play in just a moment.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org. North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite. Tonight's game presented by title sponsor Cameron & Cameron Ranch and Vineyard Supply, delivering quality for over 40 years.
My wife and I were stranded after suffering our second flat tire on a hot August day. Our 3 horses were thirsty and there was no help in sight. We called Les Schwab, and luckily Justin answered the phone.
Les Schwab Tire Center.
Even though it was after closing. Justin came to our rescue. He drove an hour with tires and even brought water for our horses. We'll never buy tires anywhere else.
Take care now.
I'm Larry Butler, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Ryan Mortgage Company, locally owned and dedicated to offering the best possible service for over 40 years. Ryan Mortgage has provided thousands of North Bay customers with loans for residential, multifamily, land, construction, and commercial real estate. Let their experienced team of professionals guide you through the process at Ryan Mortgage Company.
Welcome back. The teams are out of the locker room, and we're getting ready for the start of the second half. A great first half for Montgomery as they hold Newman to under 20 points. And boy, what a story Michael Septimo was in that first half. Dave Cox and Ron Weathy back with you here at the half, and we're going to take a look at the highlights of that first half of play, Ronnie. And I'll tell you what, man, it was the Michael Septimo show in the first 16 minutes here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium, and that's why Montgomery has the lead right now.
Yeah, it was very impressive. Unexpected on my behalf. I didn't realize that he was going to score 19 points in the first half. Connor Rubatino for Cardinal Newman got off to a really good start. Made that one shot there from the baseline. Viteri working inside. He ended up with 6 points in the first half. He was active on the glass. He's just a real great contributor for this Cardinal Newman basketball team. They swung it around, the outside shot of Chad Souza. He was able to knock that three-pointer down. And then working inside was Connor Rubatino. Now, Rubatino, that was 4 points. That's all he had in the first half. This is a player that averages 20 for the game. There was Gunnar Walker going to the glass and fortunate to get that roll there. But there was Wallace. He got the roll, got to the free throw line. Now, this is a team that scores 57 points a contest. They only have 19 here at the half, Dave. The Montgomery Vikings have done a great job on the defensive end. Eric Paulson is a big part of that, the big man on the middle. And Paulson at 6'11", he altered a number of shots out there on the floor. In addition, Michael Septimo played great defense. And here's Septimo. He's so difficult to guard. He worked against two. He stepped back. He took the long two-pointer there in the fadeaway. But when you're fading like that, it's a very difficult shot to block, to guard, to disrupt. Here was the pitchy to the baseline, the outside shot by Septimo. He has just a pure stroke. Fortunate bounce on that one, but the Vikings did a fantastic job getting the basketball and distributing it. Paulson only had 2 points at 6'11" center, but they really played well in the first half. Let's see if they continue here in the second. It's Cardinal Newman's basketball, and Ryan has it in his hands.
All right, as we start the third quarter, Gunnar Walker diving for an offensive rebound, and he is fouled. Eric Paulson got him. That's just the first foul on Eric Paulson. Rebounding edge for Montgomery. They had 14 rebounds to just 8 rebounds for Cardinal Newman in that first half. There's Boteri, no good. Souza gets it to Ryan. Rubatino trying to post up. Turnaround jumper way off the mark. Walker with an offensive board, but he steps on the line. Turnovers. Montgomery committed 7, Newman just 2 in the first half.
Jack Fitchie for the Vikings is doing a great job out there against Connor Rubatino playing defense. He's got a hand in his face all the time. He's making it a difficult look on every shot for Connor Rubatino. Rubatino's going to have to look for some shots off of picks or in transition.
Michael Septimo brings it up the floor now. Walker coming way up to guard him. You know they talked a lot about how they're going to stop Septimo in that locker room. His sights down the lane. Nice move, doesn't get it. Boteri has the rebound, his third.
A well-executed offensive set, just not able to convert the layup.
Ryan in the lane, a little strong. Olsen has 7 rebounds to go along with 4 points now, and the lead remains 7 for Montgomery. And there's Septimo doing it again. A 3 to give him 22 points.
You know, Gunnar Walker showed on the defense on the help out. So they went with the double. and Septimo just steps back and shoots it over the 6'8" center anyway.
Walker to Souza, now is James Ryan with Septimo looking for an opening. Biggest lead of the night for Montgomery now at 10. Boterri trying to change that as he gives it up to Ryan. Ryan looking for an opening. Great job switching inside by Montgomery. There's Boterri with a turnaround jumper. Big basket for Justin.
That was the best move I've seen in a long time out of Justin Boterri. That was really nice. A nice drop step in the lane. He created the space, created the opportunity for the little shot, the little 5-footer in the lane. Nice play by Justin Boterri.
Last night in the girls game, we covered it live right here. The Cardinal Newman girls with an impressive win. Montgomery played well, kept it close throughout the first half, but Cardinal Newman turned it up a notch or two, ended up winning by 25 plus in the second half. Another nice win for Monica Myrtle's Lady Cardinals. They're playing great basketball this year, and they're fun to watch.
Yeah, they're 12 deep. They've won 8 or 9 in a row now. That's a tough team. And when they go to their second five, they're almost as good as the starting five, especially with Lauren Walker coming off the bench at 6'4".
How about Megan McConnell?
Yeah.
At the end of the game,
yeah,
hit 3-3.
Yeah. JV game, by the way, tonight was won by the Montgomery Vikings, 42-39.
That was a good game. Turnover by Montgomery, and James Ryan runs right into American, and American did not have his feet set. So quickly, 2 team fouls against Montgomery. We'll see if that plays out.
Well, you can see the double coming right to Septimo. I mean, he's the leading scorer in the team. He's got 21 points in the contest. And I don't know, that was pretty close.
Yeah, it was. American almost got his feet set. He was kind of leaning, so even if his feet were set, it made it look like he was moving by the fact his upper body was falling backward.
Yeah, definitely a bang-bang play, and offensive foul was picked up. And he got the defensive foul, I mean.
Montgomery just picked up their 3rd team foul now, so 3-0 on team fouls to start this half. Just the opposite of the first half. James Ryan, somehow that one didn't drop. Gunnar Walker tries to keep it alive. Sights and Boterri, the possession arrow favors Newman. A great hustle play by both teams.
Yeah, Ryan's had a number of shots. He's taken the majority of the shots out here for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. At this point, he hasn't been able to hit. I would start looking for Connor Rubatino. I like it when Rubatino's getting everybody else involved, but there are times in this contest or any game where he needs to take over, and I think about right now with 5:19 in the third, they trail by 8. Nobody else is shooting it well.
Walker misses. Polson has the rebound. The Cardinals are not shooting well tonight. They started off great, hit the first couple shots. Since then, it's been very difficult for them to get into a rhythm offensively. And credit Montgomery for playing great defense. Here's Polson, and Rubatino takes it away. Coach Bonfili hoping they can run the floor. Boterri to Souza. Souza from 17 doesn't get the roll. Heartbreaker right there. He was wide open and didn't hit it.
Well, I noticed on that last play down the floor when Rubatino ripped it away from Paulson, he felt like he was fouled on his hand. He's got a little bit of anger in his eyes. You can see it. He keeps talking about it. And he keeps talking to the other players. Let's see if he gets fired up on the offensive end as well.
8-point lead for the Vikes. 4:40 to go. We are in the third quarter. Casa and Newman tied for first place at 6-1. Montgomery and Windsor a game back. Windsor has a lead at the half over Ukiah, so they're taking care of business. We'll get to some other scores here in just a moment. I know Joe Pasquini, our staff writer at YSN, is keeping track and posting live on the YSN Facebook and Twitter pages.
Well, another turnover for the Vikings. They not only had 2 in the first half, but every possession so crucial out here in a contest such as this. 2 of the top teams in the entire North Bay of San Francisco.
Trio with a 41-23 lead over Rancho Cotati at the half. A nice big lead for them. Windsor 17, Ukiah 11 at the half. Very low scoring game as Boterri works his way to the free throw line. Another team foul against Montgomery, and Boterri will shoot a pair.
Yeah, good idea. Put pressure on the defense. Get it to Justin Boterri off the cut and then driving down the lane. And he's such a quick leaper. Even with Paulson in there, he can get that shot up over Eric. Just about every game we've seen, there's been a point in the game where Connor Rubatino has caught fire. That is yet to happen tonight. I anticipate it still happening tonight.
Montgomery against the press, beats the press. Fitchy gets it across, and now Wallace fouls Fitchy from behind. It was a little bit of an acting job by Fitchy. The official was behind the play. There was a little bit of contact, but certainly not as much as Fitchy played it out. Two team fouls now against Newman. First team to get in the bonus is going to have a huge advantage down the stretch tonight. 3:45 to go. Septimo finds Fitchy open, left wing. He steps inside and shuffles his feet. 11 turnovers for Montgomery, only 3 by Newman. It's kind of surprising with that stat that the score is 29-23 Montgomery, and that's because Cardinal Newman's shooting percentage right now is very low.
Yeah, Michael Septimo's shooting percentage.
Very high.
Very high.
There's Boteri from 17. Justin trying to pick up the slack scoring-wise, and Septimo ends up with his second rebound. Septimo has 22 points so far, playing in just his second game back from the injury. Fitchy to Hyman. Hyman into the post, back up top. Swing it over to Zach Merrican now. Patience by the Vikings. The shot clock at 10. Fitchy goes underneath and doesn't get it.
Bit of a wild shot, but that's the only place he could release it and get it to the rim.
Wallace up the floor quickly, and he got it. Oh, what a shot by Wallace. Left-handed, he was fading to the right and ended up getting that off the glass somehow, and he'll try for the three-point play.
Yeah, Damian Wallace off the glass. Left-hander going to the left hand, using the glass and knocking that one down. He just has a way of getting to the foul line. He's got that thick body, a lot of muscle. He likes creating the contact and still be able to get the shot off. And he's a good free throw shooter, a high percentage free throw shooter.
So the game tightening up. 4-point lead now for Montgomery. Long way to go. We're in the third quarter. 2:43, the classic rivalry. Newman at Montgomery, and it's been amazing how many times Montgomery has come in here to the Fitzgerald and pulled off a win. Here comes the swing out to Septimo. Septimo on the run. Got it! And one!
Second chance opportunities will hurt you every time. And the Montgomery Vikings get the ball off the offensive glass. They work it around. And then the extra pass to Septimo off the dribble and send me to the free throw line. (31-25), 2:25 to go, 20 points, 2 rebounds for Michael Septimo. And he's really just controlled this basketball game. One thing I noticed is he's slowing the pace down. I mean, you have a 6'11" center down low, and he can take you off the dribble. So why not go to the half-court set and try to make it just a half-court game?
It's actually 25 points now for Septimo as he completes the old-fashioned. That graphic undersold him by a few. It's now 32-25 Montgomery. He's on his way to 30.
I think that shot was actually deflected by Septimo. If Cardinal Newman would have let it go out of bounds, I believe it would have been their basketball. They weren't aware of that, though, when the shot went up. That's why it was so short. Didn't even get to the rim. Okay, you got to work against this full court pressure that Cardinal Newman has out here. You got the big man. Get it to Michael Septimo. He can handle the basketball. And then, if you beat the press, I'd pull it back out, but he's going to shoot it.
Septimo got it. Everything dropping for Septimo. That was just a 2. So he now has 27 points. And Tom Bonfili would like a timeout right here.
One thing's for sure, Dave. If you have good shooters in the open court and in transition against the press, it's hard to match up with them when you're pressing and double teaming, and good shooters get open, and Michael Septimo just took advantage of that three-point perimeter shot and knocked it down. That's 28 points for Michael Septimo. Yeah, an incredible first half, and then there's Coach Bonfili. He's got to go to work with his team. He's got to talk to him. I think he's got to get Rubatino involved in some fashion.
There's the Bonfili resume. We keep adding to the career wins. It's up to 690, just 10 short of 700. It's conceivable, depending on how long their playoff run is this year, that he could hit 700 this season. That would be something else.
Yeah, and his winning percentage is around 730, so very high percentage for Coach Bonfili.
Of course, he played for his mentor, John Fitzgerald, who coached here for so many years at this very gymnasium. His wife, Shirley, is here tonight, and there's Shirley in the house tonight. And it's great to see her, great lady. She's seen a lot of basketball games here in this gymnasium, and she is here tonight checking things out.
Well, I think you got to get Rubatino involved, but how do you do it? Do you get him in a pick and roll? Do you let him go one-on-one? The Vikings have gone to a zone defense, a 2-3 zone here.
And Souza, no good. Rubatino's foul, doesn't get it. Petrick got him from behind, so Rubatino will try to earn it at the line.
That's one way to get back into the game. Get to the offensive glass and get to the foul line. And if there's one guy in the North Bay that knows how to do that, it's the guy at the free throw line right now.
Rubatino does not get the first one. Newman struggling at the free throw line and from the field. Rubatino well under his average of 19 points a game.
Yeah, in the first meeting between these two teams, he had 28.
And he misses them both. Offensive rebound blocked by Polson. Wow.
Gunnar Walker with the offensive board. Rubatino with a shot. Polson denying it.
That was quite a block right there. They have done a great job defensively on Rubatino. The thing about him, though, he can be sitting at 4 points going into the fourth quarter and still end up with 20.
Well,
Timeout Montgomery this time.
It is,
we'll step aside right here with the score 34-25, and we'll be right back.
OilStop's most important asset is not just its people. OilStop's most important asset is the right people. OilStop has a complete ongoing training program and a 401k program. With the company partially matching your funds, you'll receive paid vacations and 5 paid holidays. OilStop promotes from within, so advancement opportunities are available to all who desire to grow in their responsibilities.
Here we go.
Well, Michael Septimo has been dominant in this basketball game. Looks like the Cardinal Newman Cardinals are trying to take the ball out of his hands and make somebody else beat him.
Stitchy a little bit long. The shot clock expired, but Newman had the rebound, so they'll keep play going. It's one of those tough things. You call a timeout into the shot clock. Newman trying so hard to get something to drop. Rubatino finally a decent look, and he scores. Credit Gunnar Walker for keeping the possession alive with an offensive rebound, and it's a 6-point game. Full court pressure for Newman. Under 30 seconds to go here in the third.
I think you got to take the ball out of Septimo's hands. You have to double it out of his hands at some point here.
There's Septimo. Whoa, what a move. And he got it. Oh my goodness. He cannot miss. At the buzzer, no good. And Montgomery grabs the momentum after 3. 36-28. Montgomery leading 3 quarters of play in the books here on YSN365.com. We'll turn the page and head for the final chapter.
For a lot of families, your vehicle can be the most expensive asset you own. Like any investment, it's important to protect its value. Let OilStop help you protect that investment by regularly servicing your vehicle at any of our 6 Sonoma County locations.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level I national qualifiers for the best in girls AAU basketball. It's the North Bay Elite.
There's the sea of white here tonight, hoping that their Cardinals can get hot here in the fourth quarter. The final 8 minutes are on the clock.
Well, if I'm the Cardinal Newman Cardinals, I am going to press full court. I'm going to try to make this a fast-paced game, because Michael Septimo just wants to walk the basketball up and methodically dismantle this basketball team. I try to take him out of the game.
Septimo with a fancy move, doesn't get it. Botteri has the rebound. Septimo 1 shy of 30 heading into this final 8 minutes. Montgomery trying to tighten this North Bay League race up even more. There's Rubatino over Fitchy, and he'll go to the line. Rubatino draws the foul on Jack Fitchy, his second.
Well, you can see the determination in Connor Rubatino's eyes when he got that basketball. He was going to drive and try to get a shot off. He did. It looked like he got hit just on the elbow by Fitchy, and this is a way you can get back in this game. Right now, Dave, it's only it's a 7-point game right now with 7:21 in the fourth quarter. Do not underestimate this Cardinal Newman basketball team. We've seen them in many games, many close games, and they come out on top most of the time. So they're familiar with it, they're comfortable with it, and they have a clutch shooter in this guy right here.
Rubatino hits them both. That cuts the lead to 6. Montgomery just can't quite shake Newman loose. They've been up by as many as 10 points.
Here's the full court pressure to get it out of Septimo's hands.
And they managed to get it across somehow. Septimo kept that alive. Amazing job by him to keep that ball in play for the Vikings. Zach Merrican now dumps it down low to the big man, Eric Polson. Now it's Fitchy for 3. Off the front rim, Botteri with great position that time. Comes down with his 5th rebound. Ahead it goes to Botteri now, guarded by Hyman. Botteri gets Hyman up, and he'll go to the line.
Great strategy. Get down low where you have an advantage. As long as Polson's not patrolling the lane and coming toward you to block the shot, try to get it up, pick up the foul, slow the game down, make it a longer game. Nice, there's the pass outside to Rubatino. That was Gunnar Walker that threw that out. Great recognition, and Rubatino. You know, I always felt like when you're gonna make a three, a pass coming from underneath the basket, whether it's an offensive rebound or just a pass that comes out from underneath against the double team, it was always easier to make the three from there because you're looking right at the basket when you receive the basketball, and then you can just release it.
Botteri makes them both, so getting to the free throw line, getting in the bonus first for Cardinal Newman is big, as they now pull to within 4. They've hit 4 straight from the free throw line. Septimo, tippy toes along the sideline, manages to keep the ball in play. Bonfili is incensed. He thought Septimo stepped on the line.
Oh, he clearly did.
I couldn't tell it was right in front of us, and it had to be very, very close.
Yeah, he was out. He was only a foot from me here. He was clearly out of bounds when he stepped out. That was
happened just before that.
Yep, right before that. Clearly out of bounds.
Newman crowd is not happy.
Well, one thing Damian Wallace has to do is try to keep the ball out of the hands of Septimo, but he's got it back. Michael with the basketball again. So run clock. If you're the Vikings, get it into Paulson. Maybe run a 2-man game with Septimo and Paulson, the pick and pop, the pick and roll.
Septimo guarded by Walker. He got the shot off, and he got to the line.
One thing's for sure, Dave, he is crafty out there on the floor. He has the ability to give you the pump fake, and you have to respect that pump fake because he's got 29 points in the contest. There's the pump fake and picking up the foul. One of the finer performances we've seen this year.
Septimo doesn't get it. I don't know about the first time he's missed just about anything tonight. He's missed a couple of field goal shots, but check him out. 1 shy of 30. If he makes this one, he has hit 30. We haven't seen a player score 30 in a game this year in a game we've done. Paulson's done it a couple times for Montgomery, and there it is. 30 points now for Michael Septimo. The lead is 5 for the Vikes. A lot of time left to play here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
Yeah, as fine a performance as he's had here tonight, it's only a 5-point game. Cardinal Newman trails by 5.
Botieri wide open, misses, but what a rebound by Gunnar Walker. Keeping it alive now.
Where's Rubatino?
The Cardinals around the perimeter. Ryan now goes all the way under, looks for Wallace. Wallace drives, got it over. Polson, no good. Septimo has the rebound. Montgomery just kind of packing it in and daring the Vikings or the Cardinals to try to get inside. And when you got 6'11" guys standing there, it makes it very tough.
That's a great point. He was standing right there, and I think it forced Wallace to take the early shot. And he was thinking about Paulson patrolling the lane.
Septimo driving, flipping it up, over his head and in. Septimo cannot be stopped, and the lead is back up to 7. Damian Wallace wide open, it's a 3. Polson has it.
Well, the Vikings are going to be content to burn a clock. You got to.
And a timeout taken by Coach Fitchie. And we'll take a break ourselves. 39-22, Montgomery by 7. Coach Fitchie talking strategy with his Vikings. And we'll be back with more here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium with Montgomery leading by 7.
My friends and I were driving to the Salt Lake Airport to fly to a music teachers conference when our tires started going flat. We called the Les Schwab in Ogden, Utah, and they said,
"Come on in."
They were so fast, we didn't even eat the free popcorn.
There you go.
And we even made our flight. In a world where such great customer service is not always the case, it's nice to know there's Les Schwab. I'm Bonnie Lamborn, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
There's the Newman crowd wearing white tonight. It's a whiteout. One guy didn't get the memo. He still got the dark shirt in there, but just about everybody else wearing the white. And are they hoping again for a fantastic finish? You got to be thinking, okay, we're down by 7, we're down by 6. So what? We were down by 6 with 40 seconds left. Down by 7 with 4:57 to go. That's nothing for Cardinal Newman, right?
Yeah, you think, but they're concerned. They have to be concerned because the Montgomery Vikings have controlled this basketball game all the way through.
Coach Bonfili has 4 timeouts to work with here down the stretch. Septimo, and he's fouled by Botieri, and that's going to be 3 on Justin Botieri. Not good for Cardinal Newman.
Well, it's just a side out of bounds, but I like the strategy. I think you got to get it out of his hands. I think you got to make somebody else beat you, and if he's out there dribbling the basketball around, clock is winding down.
Look at this shot. This was unbelievable.
How do you stop that?
You can't.
There's no defense for that. Just got to keep the ball out of his hands. You got to let him not touch the ball.
Back all the way up to Septimo, and Montgomery is not in a hurry to shoot right now. Full court pressure. Septimo gets through it, tries to dish underneath, and it's going to be Montgomery's ball. The Vikes hang on to it. 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Vikings basketball. I don't think the crowd was too happy with that call. I didn't have a very good angle on it, but Vikings basketball. Watch for Paulson inside.
Fitchie gets it to Septimo. 5 seconds to shoot. Septimo gets around Walker. Doesn't get that one, but Zach Merrican hustles after the rebound. A huge offensive rebound. They can take this well under 4 minutes now if they take their time.
Well, one thing they probably learned from the game the other night with Casa Grande is you probably have a pretty good chance of winning the basketball game if you slow it down at the end if you have a pretty good lead.
Fitchie with 7 seconds to shoot. Hyman back to Fitchie, wide open. Got it, a big 3 for Jack Fitchie, his first basket of the night, and it's a 10-point lead.
That might be the biggest three of Fitchy's entire season.
James Ryan now. I want to thank our title sponsors tonight, Les Schwab Tires of Sonoma County and Cameron. There's Gunnar Walker with a big shot to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit. And Bonfili is going to take a timeout right here.
Well, he measured that up right
take
away.
30 if he has it. He does have 130 left, so we'll stay upright here.
Yeah, Gunnar Walker didn't hesitate. He measured it up. He knocked it down from the right wing, and that got him within 8. But here was Fitchy moving the basketball around. There's Hyman, and Fitchy with the outside three-point shot. Biggest shot of the year for him, I believe. Playing against Cardinal Newman in Cardinal Newman's gym and extending the lead to 10 points. Well, if you're Coach Bonfili, I think you just got to keep doing the same thing. Although when Damian Wallace comes away from Septimo after the ball goes to somebody else, I would stay with him. I would try to deny him the basketball at all costs. Don't let him get it in his hands. Make everybody else play good defense. You have a great defensive basketball team. There was Walker, the 6'8" center, knocking that one down. That was a nice shot. We've seen him throughout the year be able to knock that shot down.
Full court pressure set up. Septimo maybe called a timeout right here.
Yeah, he called the timeout. He was afraid there was going to be a 10-second call.
Yep. That's a clutch move by the veteran. So we'll step aside right here with the score 42-34. 3 minutes to go. Montgomery and Newman in quite a battle here at the John Fitzgerald.
Ryan Mortgage Company, locally owned and dedicated to offering the best possible service for over 40 years. Ryan Mortgage has provided thousands of North Bay customers with loans for residential, multifamily, land, construction, and commercial real estate. Let their experienced team of professionals guide you through the process at Ryan Mortgage Company.
OilStop's most important asset is not just its people. OilStop's most important asset is the right people. OilStop has a complete ongoing training program and a 401k program. With the company partially matching your funds, you'll receive paid vacations and 5 paid holidays. OilStop promotes from within, so advancement opportunities are available to all who desire to grow in their responsibilities.
Here we go, Eric Paulson, as Montgomery is down to just 1 timeout. Septimo, great pass to Hyman underneath, give him the assist. Septimo doing it all. The lead back to 10, 2:40 to go. Newman needs to find a hot hand, and they need to find it quickly. There's a steal by Paulson as Ryan lost the handle. This is what we expected of Montgomery early in the season, and Wallace gets called for a block. He tried to get in front of Septimo and couldn't quite do it. That's 3 on Damian Wallace.
Yeah, and Michael Septimo has that knee injury, and he's grimacing after that fall and the contact right there. He hit his knee. You can see him grimacing to the floor. I don't think it's going to stop him in this game, but definitely took a hit to that injured knee. It's my understanding it's his meniscus that had a problem, so continuing to play.
A little bit of moisture on the floor. They'll get that mopped up here. 44-34. Speedy said, that's kind of what we thought Montgomery was going to be like early in the season, and then the injury to Septimo, and they kind of took a little nosedive, and obviously, you know, he's very capable. 32 points tonight, and much better than I thought he was going to be able to move and be in shape to play this long, being out that long.
Yeah, only his 2nd game back. That's the impressive part of it. You know, you just come off the shelf and you score 33.
Hyman, Septimo, they swing it around the top here, working the shot clock. Hyman to Paulson. Paulson tries to dunk, but Botieri stopped him. And Botieri now has 4 personal fouls. Paulson goes to the line.
Well, I like the aggressiveness on defense. Don't let him have that free, easy dunk in there. The Vikings were running clock. They found Polson, a great interior pass by Hyman, finding the big man, and Eric going up to try to dunk it, but to be denied by Terry, sending him the free throw line.
Polson gets the first one.
That's what we do know about him, though. He's an excellent shooter. Look at the form on his shot. I mean, 6'11". He can score down low. He can shoot from outside. And watch the form on this free throw. You young guys out there, try to mimic that.
Windsor already has their victory in the books. They beat Ukiah tonight 52-37. So Windsor just has 2 losses. They're in the hunt.
Yeah, they're in the hunt, and they can beat anybody with the shooters they have on their team.
Going to shoot some free throws now as both teams are now in the bonus.
Well, I think if you're the Cardinal Newman Cardinals now, you're going to have to make free throws, and you're going to have to come up with steals. Justin Pateri's going to have to knock some of these free throws down. They're going to have to come up with steals in the full court press. And then they're going to have to get to the basket or choose to shoot the 3, find the open shooter after the steal, and try to knock that 3 down.
Boteri gets the first one. We'll have more basketball action for you. Tomorrow night, we're going to be up in Hillsburg, the home of the Hounds, for girls basketball. Annalee versus Hillsburg.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the challenge tomorrow night as well. Looking forward to seeing those 2 teams.
Yeah, it should be fun. Of course, great tradition for Hillsburg Greyhound girls basketball, going back to the days of the Tappins. Sherry Tappan, the great player up there, they were one of the dominant teams in all of Northern California back in the late 80s, early 90s. Zach Merrican keeps it alive behind the back, and Polson will dunk. It's an 11-point lead as Eric Polson slams that one home in the open floor, and what a job by Zach Merrican to keep the ball alive. Wide open, Boteri off the glass. 13 points for Justin Boteri. The lead is 9. Montgomery continues to handle the press well. They've turned it over a lot tonight, but not against the press. Not in a hurry to shoot. You can bet that every coach in the area talked about what happened to Casa Grande and said to their team, if we're ever in that situation, don't panic, don't turn the ball over, particularly in the backcourt.
Yeah, wait to get fouled and go to the free throw line.
Hyman underneath, blocked by Boteri. Not out of the woods yet. Here comes Rubatino now. Rubatino gets to Walker. Walker thought about a 3, now it's Baker. Newman really can't afford to hang on to the ball here. We're under a minute. Baker needs a 3, doesn't get it, and Walker jumped a little early. The ball sailed over his head, and he might have hurt his hand on that one.
Yeah, and Baker's down with an ankle injury.
Yeah, Baker came down on an ankle. He's injured, and we're going to take a break right here. 47-38 the score, a 9-point lead. Newman takes a timeout. We'll be back with more.
The Pawn Advantage store has been in business for over 50 years, and really what it's all about is people. It's about building relationships with people. Yes, when you need a loan, you need to bring in an item of value, or maybe you're looking to buy something and want to save money, and so you're going to buy something from us and take an item home with you. But it's all about the people. We value our customers. We value the people that walk through our door. So please, come see us. Come see us at the Pawn Advantage store. Say hi, and let's see what we can do for you.
Tonight's game presented by title sponsor Cameron & Cameron Ranch and Vineyard Supply, delivering quality for over 40 years.
And welcome back. Bonfili has used one here, a full timeout. He's got 2 left. Fitchy just has 1 left. And boy, what a play by Montgomery to continue on a roll right here as they bring it up the floor right here. Here's American getting it out to Septimo. I think we were looking for the dunk by Polson, but we didn't get it right there. We'll see if they can cue that up.
Yeah, he ended up being wide open on the break and throwing that down, but looked like he's about 1.5 feet above the rim before he finally flushed it down through the rim. But very unlikely that Cardinal Newman can come back from this situation, but we've seen unlikely before, so let's see what happens here.
Under a minute to go. Septimo brings it up, flips it to Polson. Vikings taking their time, putting the brakes on, and they'll foul Fitchy. Fitchy will go to the line.
Well, if you're the Montgomery Vikings, you have control of this basketball game. There's only 33 seconds remaining in the contest. You have a 9-point lead. Just make your free throws, get back on defense. Don't let any threes go up, even if they're shooting layups, that's okay. And control the basketball and don't turn it over and force them to send you back to the free throw line and make your free throws, and you got the game.
Fitchy does hit the first one.
Jack Fitchy hasn't scored a lot of points tonight. He's hit that big three. He's making big free throws here. Misses that one, but he's had a really good game tonight, especially on the defensive end.
James Ryan had the rebound that time. Here comes Rubatino, firing one up. No good. Boterri comes down, and he is fouled. So Boterri goes to the line now. It's a 10-point game.
Yeah, Boterri at the free throw line. 21 seconds remaining. You trail by 10 points. Here's the ball movement. Walker looking inside to Boterri, and that was the layup. He beat Paulson to the hoop, able to get that one to go down. Paulson was determined to try to block it, but he just wasn't able to get there in time.
Boterri gets them both, so he has 15 now. The lead is 8. And they're going to send Fitchy back to the free throw line for Montgomery.
Well, he's 1 of 2 last time. If you can miss this first one. Actually, I think they're in the double bonus yet, or no? Yeah, I think there's 1-on-1 at this point. But if he misses this free throw, then there's in the corner. The kick
here's
out.
The dunk.
Yeah, here's the dunk right here. That's what 6'11" looks like right there, throwing it down.
It does.
Yeah.
Fitchy all net.
Fitchy's dad is proud of him making his free throws, huh? Just said Fitchy's dad's proud of him making those free throws. What do you think?
No doubt about that.
Being that his dad's the coach, huh?
Yep. Rubatino from way downtown. They've done a nice job on him tonight. Rubatino ends up with just 9 points. Unless he scores in the final 10 seconds. It was the Michael Septimo show, and Montgomery is going to win this one by 10. A 50-40 win. We talked about the 20-point win by Newman at Montgomery. How bad Montgomery would want to come and avenge that loss on the road, and they did exactly that.
I don't know that we could have anticipated the performance by that young man right there, Michael Septimo, number 3 for the Vikings. His performance tonight was absolutely impressive. He dominated the basketball game. He controlled the tempo of the game on the offensive end, and it was a pleasure to watch him play. For the Cardinal Newman Cardinals, they were still in that basketball game all the way to the end, and they didn't play that well tonight. They played against a good Montgomery Viking defense. That caused some problems. Rubatino didn't get to touch the ball, I believe, enough tonight, at least to make determinations on whether he should pass or shoot. And I think that affected him. But this guy, Michael Septimo, he was something else tonight. I really enjoyed watching him play basketball.
A big win for Montgomery. We will step aside right here and be back with our Les Schwab Tires Player of the Game coming up next.
For a lot of families, your vehicle can be the most expensive asset you own. Like any investment, it's important to protect its value. Let OilStop help you protect that investment by regularly servicing your vehicle at any of our 6 Sonoma County locations.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org. North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite. Tonight's game presented by title sponsor Cameron & Cameron Ranch and Vineyard Supply, delivering quality for over 40 years.
My wife and I were stranded after suffering our second flat tire on a hot August day. Our 3 horses were thirsty and there was no help in sight. We called Les Schwab, and luckily Justin answered the phone.
Les Schwab Tire Center.
Even though it was after closing. Justin came to our rescue. He drove an hour with tires and even brought water for our horses. We'll never buy tires anywhere else.
Take care now.
I'm Larry Butler, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Ryan Mortgage Company, locally owned and dedicated to offering the best possible service for over 40 years. Ryan Mortgage has provided thousands of North Bay customers with loans for residential, multifamily, land, construction, and commercial real estate. Let their experienced team of professionals guide you through the process at Ryan Mortgage Company.
And we are back at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. A big win for the Montgomery Vikings. They win it by 10 to tighten up the NBL race just a little bit more. And big reason for that was this guy right here who scored over half the points tonight for Montgomery. Michael Septimo in just his second game back from an injury. First of all, how does the knee feel after all that? And how did you pull off a 32-point game tonight?
Well, you know, after this win, it doesn't really matter how it feels. It feels good right now, really, with this win. And to get that 30 points, I don't know, I just had the mindset of scoring, you know.
How did you recoup from the injury, and how tough was it to sit out that long?
You know, it's tough watching just on the sidelines. If my teammates aren't doing so well, you know, it feels me. And to help with my knee, I went to LP. He was a big help of it, and just positive comments from everyone.
You had a great game tonight. You hit from all over the floor. You were feeling it from the three-point line. You were able to drive inside, and that was big. What was the strategy for yourself offensively tonight in trying to get your points and try to help your team win the game?
You know, I just have the mindset that no one can guard me. You know, if you go in with that mindset, good things will happen.
And it definitely worked tonight. Definitely you can see a difference in the team. And Coach Fitchie talked about while you were out that he'd never seen one player make such a difference to the team. What do you try to do? What is the strategy in order to get everybody involved, take pressure off other players, and help Montgomery come out on top like you did tonight?
You know, Dave, my teammates rely on me to, you know, give them good shots, whether by my penetration or me scoring, because it opens them up. Biggie down low and shooters outside. So it helps everyone out.
Michael, I thought it was really important in the game that you controlled the tempo. You guys made it a half-court game. Was that the strategy coming in? And tell me what your mindset was with that.
I don't really know. The mindset was just to slow down. That's Coach's thing right there. He said slow down, played at our pace, and that's what we did.
Yeah, you had the advantage. You off the dribble, Eric Paulson down low. How much were you looking for him down low when you took those shots? Were you still keeping him in mind that if he was open or not?
You know, Newman is really good. They're sagging on him. They're looking to stop him. It's hard to get it inside. So I have to be able to be in a scoring mindset so that he can be open. It's hard to get inside. They're good on him.
How good is that wind feel?
Feels great. Coming back with this.
Yeah, right.
Greatest feeling.
That was impressive. It was one of the better performances we've ever seen, and especially coming off injury or even dealing with the injury, Dave. It was amazing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, and that tightens the race up a little bit more. Casa, Newman, Montgomery, Windsor in a dogfight. How fun is this second half going to be, and how fun is it going to be for you finally getting to play in it?
Yeah, I'm just thankful I'm able to come back. Thank God. You know, I didn't even know when I was coming back, but it happened. And the NBL race is very tight. I'm looking to finish strong.
Last question. Talk to me about Coach Fitchie and what he means to the team. Everybody knows that this is probably going to be his last year, and how important it is to you guys to send him out on a high note.
You know, I've been with the program for 4 years, and he's a really good coach, and I've grown on him. So I really want to, you know, set a lasting impression on him.
All right. Well, Michael, we've got a T-shirt for you from Sonoma Design Apparel. I know you're going to enjoy that, and looking forward to seeing you again soon out on the floor. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
What a performance
awesome.
for Michael Septimo. He ends up with 32 points and 3 rebounds for the Montgomery Vikings, and they win this thing by 10 points. And, man, what a game that was. I mean, you know, we've seen a lot of great performances over the years, but he just absolutely took this game over from start to finish. And that's what it took for his team to win. Without Michael Septimo, I'm not sure if Montgomery is sitting in the position they're in right now.
Yeah, he was not to be denied, and I was not aware. I hadn't seen him play, and I was not aware that he could take defenders off the dribble, fade, fire, and hit the way he was able to do that. He controlled the entire game. He had the ball in his hands. He was looking for Paulson inside, even walking the ball up the floor, burning the clock, making it a half-court game, not messing it up like Cardinal Newman wanted to. They wanted to run full court and put pressure on him, but he didn't allow it. Man, he was impressive out there. It was really fun to watch. I think the only performance that we've seen that was greater than that for the entire game was probably the Oregon City game that we did over Christmas.
Sierra Walker, yeah.
Yes, Sierra Walker with Cardinal Newman, but that was impressive performance. I really enjoyed watching it, and it just tightens up the whole entire North Bay League. It's exciting to watch.
Yeah, what a race it's going to be down the stretch, and we will be in the thick of it here at ysn365.com. Tomorrow night we'll have SCL action on the girls' side. Annalee at Hillsburg from the home of the Greyhounds. Looking forward to that one. And our crew tonight did a great job. Camera operators Forrest Murnane, Lorenzo Merlin, and Matt Cox on graphics tonight. Michael Barabalt and Nick Finucci. Our engineer and replay director, Marty Kornfeld. Director, Brian Leach. Audio by Marco Cuevas. For Ron Weedy, I'm Dave Cox, saying good night for YSN365.com. And the game of the week, the final score once again, Montgomery 50, Cardinal Newman 40. We'll see you tomorrow night right here live on the game of the week.
My wife and I were stranded after suffering our second flat tire on a hot August day. Our 3 horses were thirsty and there was no help in sight. We called Les Schwab, and luckily Justin answered the phone.
Les Schwab Tire Center.
And even though it was after closing, Justin came to our rescue. He drove an hour with tires and even brought water for our horses. We'll never buy tires anywhere else.
Take care now.
I'm Larry Butler, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Ryan Mortgage Company, locally owned and dedicated to offering the best possible service for over 40 years. Ryan Mortgage has provided thousands of North Bay customers with loans for residential, multifamily, land, construction, and commercial real estate. Let their experienced team of professionals guide you through the process at Ryan Mortgage Company.
OilStop's most important asset is not just its people. OilStop's most important asset is the right people. OilStop has a complete ongoing training program and a 401k program, with the company partially matching your funds. You'll receive paid vacations and 5 paid holidays. OilStop promotes from within, so advancement opportunities are available to all who desire to grow in their responsibilities.